This video summarizes the book Discipline is Destiny, 2022 by Ryan Holiday. Introduction. What's in it for me? Discover how self-discipline leads to greatness. A long time ago, before he became a legendary hero, Hercules was traveling through the hills of Greece and came to a crossroads. On one path, a beautiful goddess promised him a life of luxury, everything he ever wanted, without any fear, pain, or unhappiness. On the other path, another goddess offered him rewards, but only those he earned through his own efforts. This path required hard work, perseverance, and sacrifice, but it would shape him into who he was meant to be. This legend highlights a daily dilemma we all face, choosing between vice and virtue, the easy but empty way versus the hard but fulfilling route. According to the ancient Stoics, virtue is made up of 4 parts: courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom. Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius called these the touchstones of goodness. He believed all good things in life come from practicing them. In this video summary of Ryan Holiday's Discipline is Destiny, we focus on the second cardinal virtue, temperance, or self-discipline. We'll explore practical ways to develop temperance in your daily life and how mastering it can lead to fulfillment and peace of mind. And Hercules, he chose the path of virtue, of course. Now the choice is yours. Lesson number 1. Self-discipline doesn't deprive you. It grants you freedom. Tired of your surroundings? Hop on a plane. Dissatisfied at work? Change jobs. Crave pizza? Order it. Have an opinion? Share it. Today, we can do almost anything we want instantly, yet despite this freedom, many of us remain unhappy. What are we missing? President Eisenhower once said that freedom is the opportunity for self-discipline. This is the key. Without temperance or self-discipline, the things that liberate us, technology, privilege, success, can leave us lost and purposeless. Access without self-restraint leads to imbalance and chaos. Let's explore this further. We all have a lower and higher self, inner voices fighting for our attention. It's like Hercules choosing between vice and virtue, the part that gives up versus the part that tries, the side that seeks excess and chaos versus the side that seeks balance. Self-discipline helps you control your lower self and strengthen your higher self. It means working hard, practicing good habits, enduring challenges, setting boundaries, and ignoring temptations. It's about living a life guided by principles, moderation, and determination. You might be thinking, hell no, not for me. Self-discipline? More like self-deprivation. You might admire or envy those who take the easy path, thinking they have more fun or get ahead faster. But look closer, and you'll see that all that glitters isn't gold. Take greed, for instance. It keeps you always wanting more, never enjoying what you have. Not realizing your full potential breeds pain, misery, and self-loathing. Self-discipline isn't about depriving yourself, it's the opposite. It's about using control to unlock opportunities. Let's return to Eisenhower. As a young man, he learned a Bible verse similar to a lesson from the Stoic philosopher Seneca. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. Eisenhower carried this lesson throughout his long, modest military career to becoming Supreme Commander of the Allied forces in World War II and then the 34th US President. His success came not from force, but from restraint, persuasion, compromise, and patience. Cultivating self-discipline takes courage, but it can make you more successful. More importantly, it'll make you great no matter what happens. In the next sections, we'll explore how to develop self-discipline physically, mentally, and spiritually. First up, the body. Lesson number 2, take control of your body before it takes control of you. Lou Gehrig was one of the best baseball players ever. He hit 495 home runs, including 23 Grand Slams, and played 2,130 games straight over 17 years for the Yankees, a record that lasted over 50 years. But Lou wasn't always athletic. As a kid, he was overweight and clumsy. So how did he manage to play every game despite injuries and illness and become a legend? He trained harder than anyone and never gave up. Lu mastered self-discipline. The Stoics ate simple diets and exercised hard, not to show off, but to build strength for life's challenges. Being disciplined with your body means boosting your endurance and investing in your long-term health so you can live longer and better. It's about reaching your potential and overcoming laziness, weakness, and tough times. You can make small changes to start mastering your body before it masters you. First, add challenging activities to your day. It can be jiu-jitsu, weightlifting, basketball, long walks, or running a marathon. It should be tough and a bit uncomfortable. Seeking discomfort builds resilience. You might think success means avoiding struggle, but too many comforts make us weak and afraid of losing them. By being tough on yourself, you become stronger and less vulnerable. Test yourself. Take cold showers, sleep on the floor. Being content with less makes you richer, freer, and stronger. Next, go to bed early for 2 reasons. 1, to get enough sleep. Do you perform better well rested or exhausted? Enough sleep boosts your motivation, energy, and decision-making. 2, to master your mornings when you're freshest and have the most willpower. With enough sleep, you can start your day strong before it gets tough. Finally, show up. That's what Lou Gehrig did for 17 years. Consistency is key to success, not just talent or inspiration. Many people are smart or talented, but not everyone puts in the work. Every day, show up for your priorities, even if you're tired or busy. Show up in small ways, like a 10-minute jog or writing 1 sentence. Often showing up leads to more momentum. Maybe 10 minutes of running becomes half an hour. Maybe 1 sentence becomes a page. Life is hard, full of obstacles and uncontrollable situations. But being disciplined with your body is within your control, and it's just the start. By building physical discipline, you're also building willpower. Your body is a training ground for your mind, which we'll explore next. Lesson number 3. Build on your physical self-discipline to temper the mind. When you practice self-discipline in your body, you empower your mind to work at its full potential. These aren't just flowery words. The neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett has shown that brain function depends on a body's well-being. If you're physically depleted, your brain can't do its job of regulating your body. But there are lots of people out there who are physically self-disciplined, and yet their lives are still a mess. Why? Because there's more to temperance than muscle. In the end, it doesn't matter when you wake up, what you eat, or how much you push your body. If your mind is constantly at the mercy of distractions, bad moods, or self-sabotaging impulses. So once you've gotten your body under control, it's time to work on the next step, moderating your mind. This involves cultivating balance in how you feel, think, and respond amid the chaos and confusion otherwise known as life. The British motto, "Keep calm and carry on," is a great example of this, and Queen Elizabeth personified it to a T. She stayed even-keeled when in 1966, a heavy cement block fell onto the royal car she was sitting in. Her response? It's a strong car. And in 1981, when a gunman ran up and fired 6 shots at her, she hardly flinched. There's a brief moment between each stimulus and your response. You can either use it to think, gather yourself, and wait for more information, or you can succumb to destructive patterns like getting offended, jumping to conclusions, and assigning blame. Bad situations won't get better through bad reactions toward them, they'll just get worse. So hone that tiny moment of patience before you respond. Ask yourself if what you're experiencing is actually true. Whether it's as annoying or upsetting as it feels, don't let fear, anger, or prejudice override your mind. Another aspect of disciplining your mind is training yourself to focus. Take a cue from Beethoven, who'd mentally disappear in the middle of a conversation to pursue a musical idea. In his raptus or flow state, he once told a friend, he was occupied with such a lovely, deep thought that he couldn't bear to be disturbed. This may seem like indulgent behavior, but it actually takes extreme self-control to focus in a world where we're constantly bombarded by distractions. So, selfish as it may sound, practice ignoring things. See what it feels like to really commit to following your inspiration or solving that difficult problem. And don't even try to reach perfection. That's just another word for paralysis. And if you get stuck, so does your potential. An obsession with not having any flaws means missing the opportunity to get things done and learn from them. Instead of trying to be perfect, aim to do your best. And when you fall short, which you inevitably will, on your diet, running plan, morning routine, don't give up. We make standards so we can aspire toward them, not so we can use them as excuses to quit. Remember, failure isn't forever, and it's a chance to grow. The philosopher Socrates knew he didn't know much, but he was sure of one thing: we can't remain as we are. The fact is, everyone can improve. Whether or not you believe that, though, becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you can grow, you will. If you don't, well, then you're also right, you won't. Lesson number 4. To achieve greatness, you have to align your body, mind, and spirit. According to the ancients, charioteers were the ultimate model of temperance. They had to do many things at once to win a race. Make their horses run fast while keeping them under control, stay focused while gripping the reins, steer around sharp turns without crashing, and remain calm in the face of danger and death. All while a noisy crowd cheered and jeered. A great charioteer existed on a higher plane. They aligned themselves physically, mentally, and spiritually to perform at the highest level in one of the most stressful situations imaginable. Antoninus Aurelius was another master of true temperance. He ruled the Romans for 23 years and never put himself or his family before his subjects. He didn't complain or avoid his duties, he just did the work. He was kind and balanced in both his personal life and as emperor of a huge empire. There were no major conflicts during his reign. His final word before he died was equanimitas, equanimity. Balance is why Antoninus was so successful and why the best charioteers finished the race intact. It's the final step for anyone striving toward greatness. Self-discipline doesn't mean much if it's not balanced by kindness, compassion, and love. The journey of temperance is strict and challenging, but it's about self-growth, not isolation. Sometimes people might not understand your choices or might disagree with you. But as you progress on your path of virtue, you'll become kinder and more willing to forgive. You'll realize that everyone's on their own journey, doing their best. You're not here to judge, but to accept, cheer on, and inspire others to be better. Here's one final story. The Stoic philosopher Cleanthes was walking through Athens one morning when he came across a man scolding himself for a mistake. Cleanthes paused and said, "Remember, you're not talking to a bad man. As a self-disciplined person, you hold yourself to high standards, challenge your limits, and don't accept excuses. But that doesn't mean you should hurt or hate yourself when you mess up. Everyone you look up to has pressed snooze before. They've gotten angry, been a less than ideal partner or friend, and fallen off the wagon in some way. If you'd seen those moments, would you have told them they sucked? Probably not. Instead, you would have tried to convince them it wasn't the end of the world and encourage them to keep going. We've said it before, but stoicism isn't about punishment. Seneca wrote, "In fact, no philosophical school is kinder and gentler. Its very purpose is to be useful, bring assistance, and consider the interests not only of itself, but of all people." You're one of those people, so be your own friend. Use your self-love and support to grow and thrive in moments of difficulty and destiny. Final conclusion, self-discipline isn't about deprivation. It's about controlling your actions, thoughts, and emotions. By working hard, thinking deeply, and holding yourself to high standards, you honor and become part of the Stoic tradition of living virtuously. This approach will make you not only more productive, but also happier and healthier in the long run. And when you fail, you'll be okay. You'll know you did your best and have what it takes to face life's challenges. Pick yourself up when you fall and continue on your journey with purpose and power.